Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. In our last lesson, we talked about effects on pictures and on vectors, but in today's lesson, we're going to talk about layers and styles. So let's go ahead and start with our layers. So let's create some elements, for example, a square and a polygon, and then maybe an arc like this. Now let's go and change the colors that fill these elements so that we can distinguish them better. So let's go on colors. Let's go with a magenta for the fill. So let's go with magenta and then green and then cyan like this. Okay, so as of now, these three elements are on the same layer. And to better see this, let's go on Windows and add a new window that is layers like this. Let's set it right here. Okay, so we have this layer right here. Let's change its name. So let's call it level A. Let's change its color. For example, let's have it a purple like this. And let's see briefly the options that we have with our layer. So for example, we can make it invisible like this or visible, and we can also lock it. So with this option, you cannot select it or modify anything in it. And this is really useful whenever you have lots of elements and you don't want to modify by mistake something in this layer. And you can also have it invisible, and this is also useful whenever you have lots of elements so that it doesn't get too confusing. Okay, so if you want to add another layer, let's click on the plus sign right here. Now let's have a new name for it, for example, level B. Okay, let's stick with red right now. As of now, if I select on level B, I will not be able to select anything, but if I go on level A, I will be able to select my elements and move them freely. If I select none of them, I can also move everything. Right now, we don't have an element inside our layer, so inside level B. So let's go and click on the right side of our mouse. Let's select one of the elements and go to send to layer. And let's go to level B. So right now, this green polygon belongs to level B. So if I select on level B, I can move it freely like this. I can also have it go invisible, and I can also log it so nothing happens to it. And if I'm selected on level B, I will be able only to touch this polygon and not the other two elements that are in other levels. And I can also go and add other layers, for example, level C like this. And let's bring this blue arc to our layer. So let's go to layer C like this. So right now, if I go to layer C, I have this one. I can do the same with a text. For example, I can create a text frame like this, and let's fill it with a sample text. So let's go to English and have it at 4 paragraphs like this. And then let's click on the right mouse and then send to layer, and let's have it at level B like this. So if I go on level B, I can move it, and then I can lock it, and then I can make it invisible. And then I can change the order of my layers with this. So I can move between them like this. And if I want to delete one, I just have to press on it and then click on the minus sign. So for example, let's try and delete level B. Let's go on the minus sign right here. And let's go on, do you want to delete all objects on this layer? Let's click on no. And as you can see, I have my polygon on level A because it was underneath it. But then I can also move it to level C if I want to, just by doing send to layer and go to level C. Now let's talk about the second topic of our lesson. So let's discuss styles. So we can find styles right here. Let's go on edit and then styles like here. So we have this style manager, which is this window. As you can see, we have 5 different types of styles. We have paragraph styles, character styles, table styles, cell styles, and line styles, and we'll see all of them. Let's start with character styles, so the style of the single character, so whatever fills the text frame. So let's go on new, and then let's create a new character style like this. Let's call it style alpha like this, and we can choose its features, its properties. So we can go with an Algerian font, we can have it at 16, and we can have it underlined and then with a shadow and a border, and then we can also change its color, so we can have it blue like this, or maybe let's have it magenta. We can also change the language, so let's go to English like this. And then we can also go to font, and then we can go to apply like this. So if I go on our text and I select it like this, we can go on text properties right here, and then on character style like this. And I can change between the default character style and our new style, which is style alpha, like this. So as you can see, right now, this is our new style. So it is magenta underlined with the shadow and borders on every single letters, like this. Now let's go back to edit and let's create a new style. Let's create a paragraph style. So let's have our paragraph oriented on the right with a line spacing aligned to the grid. We can have optical margins on the right side only, and then we can color it. For example, we can have it cyan on the background, but with a softer shade like this. And we can go on paragraph effects so that we can, for example, have a drop cap with 4 lines like this with an auto indent. Okay. And then on character style, so the character inside our paragraph, we can have a regular style. We can have it based on style alpha and style like this, so that everything is as we designed in style alpha. Let's go and apply like this. So for example, let's select all of this and have it go back to default character style like this. Now let's go to paragraph style, and instead of default paragraph style, let's go to style beta, which is the name that we gave to our new style paragraph. And as you can see, we have our text on the right with our caps like this with 3 lines long, and every single line of the paragraph is aligned with the grid. So if I go on view and then on text frame and show the baseline grid, you'll see that every single line is on the grid, and it is also in our style alpha font like this. And as you can see, we also have a light blue background, which was the one we designed for the style beta paragraph. Now let's go ahead and talk about the other styles. So let's create a new table style. So we can have a green table like this. Okay. So if we go on arrange pages and create a new page like this, we can go on our page and add a table. Let's select the number of rows and columns quickly, and then we can go to table properties right here and table style, and we can select the new style that we created, so the one with the green background. But we can also change the cell style. So let's go on edit and then styles, then create a new cell style like this, which will have a red background like this. So if I select on 2 of my cells, I can go on cell style and then have it not default cell style but a new style like this. As you can see now, it is red. Now our last style is the line style. So let's create a new line style. So we can create a dotted line with a square cap and a round join. We can have it blue and with a lighter shade, and we can have it thicker like this. And then we can go ahead and apply it to everything that uses lines. So we can apply it while creating shapes. So for example, right now we have these shapes that we just created. So we can go and click on one of them, for example, our square, and we can go to properties right here. We can go on line. And as you can see, we have no style or new style like this. And this is the style that we just created. Then we can also choose another one of the shapes like this and edit the style to it as well, and also to the other one. And as you can see, this is the styles that we just created. So let's recap what we learned today. We learned how to edit our layers, how to create new layers, and how to send elements to new layers and delete layers without deleting the elements. And then we also learn everything related to styles. So table styles, cell styles, paragraph styles, character styles, and line styles. And we apply them to text frames and to single elements like polygons. That is all for today. Remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And remember to subscribe if you want to stay updated on our next videos in this video course about SCRIBUS.